Hello everyone, I'm Mario, and today we will continue on the issue of climate change. In specific, we will talk about the carbon cycle, its importance, and how it has been altered by human intervention. The carbon cycle is basically carbon transfer that occurs between the biosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere, or the transfer of carbon dioxide from the environment to living beings, oceans, and land. This is one of the cycles that exist all life on Earth, but the man has altered the cycle due to emissions from fossil fuel combustion. Everyone knows that at the end the result of releasing a lot of CO2 into the atmosphere is the greenhouse effect, right? But things are a bit more complicated than that. If we are going to talk about this cycle, first we have to talk about the carbon sinks. But what is that? The answer is simple. They are natural, let's say, carbon catchers that help to reduce the concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere. These sinks are mostly the ocean and young forests. Plants are known for absorbing carbon through the photosynthesis to release oxygen, and it makes about 20% of the total weight of the plant. But not all trees contribute equally. The decisive factor is density. The more dense it is, the more it absorbs. And as the trees die, they are decomposed by bacteria, which release CO2 into the atmosphere, and that is why only young forests are considered thin. Always the ratio between what they absorb and release is almost equal. The oceans are the main sink of the world. They absorb about 50% of the emission. Their carbon remains in the sea and is dissolved, or living beings use it to make their shells and skeleton. But the oceans have a threshold for carbon absorption. If passed, the result is acidified waters, which will kill many species and alter the natural balance. If there were happened and CO2 in the atmosphere keep increasing, the sinks could begin to reverse their function and inject carbon to the atmosphere. The ocean would increase their temperature, and their solubility would increase, leading to emit CO2, and this is already happening. Currently, it releases about 2.2 gigatons per year. Also, due to greenhouse effects, vegetation and soil release about 2.6 gigatons per year, which affect photosynthesis, and also, thanks to the higher temperature, more and more forests caught fire, and together with increase of microbial respiration, further release tons of carbon, more than it used to be normal. So, in a nutshell, there was balance in the carbon cycle, but it's now changing due to the combustion of fossil fuels, increasing their concentration at all levels, and together, global warming is causing ocean acidification, and forests are set on fire, among other things, and the worst is that it's a vicious cycle. Rising CO2 causes temperature rising, and the temperature rise causes more CO2 releasing from the sinks. I know it looks bad, but that is where things are, and if nothing is done soon, the effect will be irreversible. Well, that's all for today. I hope it was useful. If you have any doubt, question, suggestion, leave me a comment. See you next time.